Hey, Renaissance family. I just wanted to stop and celebrate because it's dawned on me recently that we're getting ready to come up on 5 years of our team initially landing on the ground in our neighborhood in Waltham, trying to live as missional practitioners and just kind of learn and eventually start one micro church. And I think when we first started dreaming of what would be Renaissance, I don't think we really knew. We really hadn't seen or experienced anything outside of the church context that we had left. But we knew we wanted to do something different. We knew we didn't want to do that anymore, that we just wanted to be slow, patient, faithful practitioners in our neighborhood and really invite other people to do the same, where they live, work, study, or play. And it's really cool to see now, 5 years later, that we have this incredible family of microchurches, this network across the greater Boston area of just everyday, normal, ordinary people living into that priesthood of all believers who are giving this a go. In fact, we just graduated our most recent microchurch startup pathway cohort. And I thought, hey, we don't spend a bunch of time thinking about numerical numbers. I haven't gone back and looked. I wonder how many people we've actually trained and equipped over these last few years. And when I looked and wrote down all the names, it dawned on me that we've had over 50 people go through that 6-month process. And if you've gone through it, you know it's informative, it's awesome, but it's a pretty big sacrifice. It takes a lot of your time, and it's really a paradigm. It's a reset of what does it look like to join God where we already live our lives, where we already do things. Again, where we live, work, study, or play. And so now we've seen 9 microchurches get launched because of that across our region. We have several other couples and individuals who are living as missionaries, who are living as missional practitioners where God has them, hoping and praying that someday spiritual community comes around where they're serving and how they're loving on people. But I think it's an incredible testimony that I do think that there is a groundswell. I do think that there is something to be said about kingdom smallness. There is nothing that is flashy about what we do. There is nothing that is fast-moving about what we do. Our budget is actually going down. We're trying to have all of our staff be completely bivocational or co-vocational. We're trying to spend less money and release more people to do ministry. And I think that's just a really cool mindset. And really, when I look back and think of these last 5 years, I think of our microchurch leaders. I think of these missional practitioners who have really become heroes to me, who work full-time jobs, who are moms and dads, who have lots going on, and yet are choosing to make space and to make margin so that they can hear and have an awareness of God, that they can be detectives of divinity, as we like to say, and that they can join Him in making their neighborhoods or their places and spaces look more like heaven than earth. And because of that, we have all kinds of people in our microchurches who are both overcoming past church trauma and hurt, and who are experiencing the goodness of what spiritual community can look like, stripped from institutionalism and some of the baggage. And we have also so many people who are wrestling with the tough questions about faith. We don't shy away from those and feel safe around a living room table or in a backyard or in a third space to wrestle with those things. And so anyways, I just wanted to celebrate that there is some really cool things that have gone on the last 5 years, because we don't spend a bunch of time rallying around numbers and saying, hey, this is how many people show up to this or how many people do this. I think sometimes we can miss that there is this groundswell, this revival, this renewal that's kind of quietly bubbling beneath the surface of everyday normal people who are realizing that we can go ahead and shred resumes, that we can go ahead and kind of demolish the platform, so to speak, and that all of us, God wants to use every single one of us in our everyday lives. And so, yes, lots to celebrate, lots to continue to be faithful in. And again, we're just still so young as a movement, and there is so much faithfulness and resiliency that God is still going to call us to. But when we stop and look, I think it's really cool to look around and realize we're not alone. We're not crazy. God is up to something here in the greater Boston area. And I'm thankful that I just get to serve and walk alongside each of you in this beautiful journey that we're on.